Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is March 23rd, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up, and once again, thank you so much for your support. US is sounding the alarm, guys. We talked about this yesterday. Alaska volcano, imminent eruption. This thing is going to be huge. Now, they're talking about possibly in the weeks ahead, this volcano is going to blow. Alaska Mount Spur volcano continues to show signs of unrest, and that has led to an alert level increase in the city of Anchorage as fears of an impending eruption grow. According to Alaska Volcano Observatory, numerous small, shallow earthquakes continues to rubber under the volcano. An AVO flight over the volcano on Friday observed continued steaming from the summit as well as gas emissions. If this thing ever blows, it's going to block the sun. All right, this massive, huge plume of smoke and ashes and gas is going to impact the sky out there in Alaska. Now, give me a second here, guys. I want to take you quick to the USGS earthquake map. Not seeing too many earthquakes going on today. Actually, I think it's in this region. You see that one? It seems like that's the territory, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's where the volcano's at. The blue dot on the very top. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get to all this here, guys. And the burning mountain is waking up. Alaska is on high alert. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago. My address is highlighted in yellow. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the PayPal link and the Cash App link in the comments box and description box. Thank you so much for your support. Once again, unrest at Alaska Mount Spur volcano prompt alert level increase in Anchorage as fears of eruption grow. According to Alaska Volcano Observatory, numerous small, shallow earthquakes continue to rubber under the volcano. An AVO flight over the volcano on Friday observed continued steaming from the summit as well as gas emission. All right, so once again, guys, we will keep you updated when it comes to these burning mountains that's waking up in the year 2025. You guys already know we talked about Yellowstone. Yellowstone is seeing something. We talked about Guatemala, El Fuego volcano. And then you have Hawaii, Kilauea volcano. And then you have Indonesia volcano. So you got some burning mountains waking up. But this is like the big one. So keep your eyes open and send prayer to many people out there in U.S. territory, Alaska. AVO continues to monitor, AVO continues monitoring activity at Mount Spur for signals indicating that the volcano is moving closer to an imminent eruption. The AVO said in an update on its website, based on previous eruption changes from current activity in the earthquake's ground deformation, summit lake conditions, and formalic activity will be expected if magma began to move closer to the surface. All right, so today they kind of raised the alert level, and that's the reason for this video. Very, very important updates here, guys. On Thursday, the municipality of Anchorage Emergency Operations Center raised the activation level to 2, response incident monitoring, because of the continued unrest at Mount Spur. This means that a situation or event has developed that requires increased public information and has the potential for agency to take coordinated action. The EOC may be activated by OEM staff during regular business hours or additional hours as needed. Conditions are being monitored with information sharing network activated. The MOA Emergency Operations Center said in its update. Anchorage School District releases Mount Spur eruption plan. So they have one of those preparations. Give me a second here. Hopefully I don't get hit with a copyright on this one here.
If it is during the school day, as soon as we get word that an eruption has occurred, we're going to be reaching out to the Volcano Observatory. We're going to be working with the National Weather Service as well as the Muni to find out what are the anticipated impacts to the city of us. Incident Command.
You may know in previous years some of it went to the Kenai Peninsula instead, or it went to the Matsu Valley instead. So we're really looking for the response time. Really determines on how much time do we have.
Guys, I might play this video here, which is a very important update about this volcano. That's how serious it is. The US is really sounding the alarm on this one here. So give me a second. There is a logo there. I don't want to get hit with a copyright. It's just a trademark thing. I could play the video, but I can't show trademark stuff. Alright, so let me just play this video here. This is a very important update. Officials are putting out some updates here.
If it is during the school day, as soon as we get word that an eruption has occurred, we're going to be reaching out to the Volcano Observatory. We're going to be working with the National Weather Service as well as the Muni to find out what are the anticipated impacts to the city. Is the ash plume coming towards us at this point? For those that are familiar with the AVO website, we can watch where on a daily basis they update those predictions. A lot of the time it's moving north of us, so we expect a lower level of impact. If it's heading towards us, we want to know that sooner so that we can inform our decision making. From there, we're going to start reaching out to our schools, making sure that they are aware. I'm going to be speaking with our EOC folks, including Mr. Anderson as our incident commander for the EOC, so that he can start activating those decisions.
I have already been linking up with the Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson leadership and their weather squadron, as well as the municipality. And as a team for the Anchorage Bowl, we'll all make a determination as to how fast the ashfall is coming. The shortest period of time that we expect is between 30 minutes and 2 hours between the time that the eruption happens until it starts falling in the Anchorage Bowl. You may know in previous years some of it went to the Kenai Peninsula instead, or it went to the Matsu Valley instead. So we're really looking for the response time. Really determines on how much time do we have. If they say there's no ash coming to Anchorage, it's business as usual. We may pre-stage buses, but if they say it's coming now, we will close schools. We'll inform the public. The buses, we've already walked this through with transportation, and they will start slowly getting kids home as they would a normal end of day. If you couldn't get them home, if it was coming so quickly that you couldn't get them home, we would move them to one of the shelter sites where we have cafeterias, we can feed them, they're gonna have water, and then we'll inform the public. We know that some parents would come and pick up their students, but we'll have staff there to make sure that we effect link up. One of our emergency connexes. It has supplies for 1,000 people for about 3 to 5 days. We do have bloodborne pathogens cleanup kits, cloth masks, batteries, fire extinguishers, dustpans, hand sanitizer, beverage cups. We do have diapers in all of our connexes as well. These are not designed just to support our student populations, but the community as a whole as well. We actually have been working this for 3 or 4 weeks. We ordered multiple sets of filters to replace on every single building, every single vehicle, more than once, to include all of the buses. These filters are commercial filters, as you can see behind me on the wall bank behind me. We can remotely close the external ventilation for all of our buildings in the district. We also have an on-call team led by Rob Holland and his team, who know that they're going to go validate, they're going to split up and go validate that everything was working properly. And within 15 to 20 minutes of the time that we say shut down the external air, it's going to happen. Now, if it's really, really light ashfall, we may not shut it completely, but leave it a little bit open. But the heat will still work inside the building. It'll filter within. We've already talked to all the principals and given them guidance. You close every window, close all the doors, and you do everything you can to prevent ash from coming into the building. So we're good with the systems we have, with the type of filters we have, with the automated controls to be able to shut down external ventilation. Parents always have the ability to make a choice for their kids' safety. I have already reached out to the Commissioner of Education, and her office will work with us if we have some portions that go remote learning. I suspect that it wouldn't be a large number if that were to occur, but we'll work with each individual family and understand that they have choices to make. We know that there are people with different types of health conditions in our buildings, adults and students, and that data is already being collected as well. So we know who are the most vulnerable in our buildings if ash were to fall. They're being identified. There's plans being developed for each of them. As I said, we already will have masks there, but we'll make sure we know which people would be affected the most.
Okay, so they have a plan. They have a eruption plan. And I don't know if you guys heard about the part where the guy opened a container. They have diapers, they have food, they have fire extinguisher, they have mask. They have a lot of stuff in that container, but it's not only one container. They got a whole bunch of container. So they've been prepared for this event, and they believe this thing is gonna blow, possibly within a couple of weeks. And they have new vents and everything, and citizens are being told to prepare for imminent eruption. Once again, this is a very, very important update. Please share the video. So it says here, if it's during the school day, as soon as we get word that an eruption has occurred, we are going to be reaching out to the Volcano Observatory, said Anchorage School District Office of Emergency Management Director Jared Woody. We are going to be working with the National Weather Service as well as the city to find out what are the anticipated impact to the city. Is the ash plume coming towards us at this point? And guys, back in 2021, we have been putting out reports of the Canaries Island. I think it was 2021, maybe way before that. But we've been, again, when it comes to volcano stuff, and talking about it for many years, volcanoes are very, very extremely powerful. The Canaries Island, people woke up, they had ashes on top of their vehicles and cars and everything. And it's not only that, you have methane gas that could be in the air, and it could be big, massive problem. So people need to start making sure they have their face covering, make sure they have everything prepared, make sure that you follow up to date with the city official and law enforcement. Again, even firefighters. It says here, despite eruption fears at Mount Spur, the school district said it's prepared. The response time really determines on how much time do we have. Alright, so if they said there's no ash coming to Anchorage, it's business as usual. We may pre-stage buses, but if they say it's coming now, we will close schools. We will inform the public. The buses, we already walked this through, with transportation, and they will start slowly getting young ones home as they would a normal end of day. There's also a safety plan in place if a potential ash plume approaches Anchorage so quickly that they can't get students and staff home in time. If it was coming so quickly that you couldn't get them home, we will move them to one of the shelter sites where we have cafeterias. We can feed them. Anderson continued. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's how, preparing for these events. Again, this is why we have the USGS. This is why we have meteorologists. This is why we have experts that they study, they are out there monitoring the volcano or hurricanes or any world events. There's experts out there, and they give us not precisely the prediction, but they give us an idea when this thing is going to happen. And so the city, they're prepared, emergency declared, they get the National Guards and so many other things ready, cafeteria with food, trucks loaded with baby food and diapers and all these type of stuff, generators, and this is how it's supposed to be. And that's where tax money goes to. They're going to have water, and then we will inform the public. We know that some parents will come and pick up their young ones, but we'll have staff there to make sure that we affect the link up. Now, district officials said every school has a volcano response plan with shelter in place procedure and air quality measure. And remember what I mentioned about the methane gas? Well, again, air quality, that's the one. Officials said school will check in with students and staff who has respiratory condition and take extra precautions. Now, the district said it has 22 emergency cone units around the school district that are filled with, there you go, that's the mask, N95 mask, first aid kits, and essential supplies. Mount Spur is an 11,000 foot tall volcano located about 80 miles from Anchorage. It last erupted in 1992 and covered the city in ash, disrupting travel, completely blocking the sun. Truly apologize about the camera there. Focus. Doesn't want to focus. There we go. So this is where we are right now, guys. And like I said, I would keep it updated when it comes to the burning mountains in various places that is waking up. So please be safe out there to the people out in Alaska. Now, I heard this area where the volcano's at, it's not a huge population, but again, the ashes will spread like crazy, and it could impact like other areas that's, again, a lot of people. So you have the officials, they're prepared, they're ready, and that's how it's supposed to be. So parents, very important, have a go bag. Make sure that you have a bag and stuff in there, passport, whatever, the most important things, medicine, and make sure you and your loved ones have a plan. When this thing erupts, you guys have some kind of communication. And again, we're going to be sending prayers to a lot of people. The Bible mentioned the burning mountains, and I do believe it is the volcano. Volcano is a burning mountain, and it's building magma, and the ground is shaking, and experts are really sounding the alarm. So when the ground starts to shake a lot, just like what happened in Iceland or what happened in the Canary Island, when it starts shaking, that means that magma is building up and imminent eruption. All right, so we've seen what happened in the Canary Island and Iceland, and seems like Alaska is going to be the next big one. We're going to be praying for a lot of people out there. Be safe. Again, if you like the content, subscribe and hit that notification bell. We keep it updated when it comes to these volcanoes in various places. Thank you so much for watching. Again, for those of you that want, excuse me. For those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path. And that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get to access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.